I saw a lot of comments on my Facebook as well. People saying that it's so sad that Projector is closing down. We have lost some culture, some special part of our identity. But to me, the question is, what have you done? When you write that message, are you someone who has visited the Projector before to watch a film? If you are not, then don't write anything, please.
So the Projector, it's a very youth thing,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And somehow that has gone way down.
Yes.
Like, the people who are championing it are either not loud enough, maybe the cost of it is too high. And I see where you're coming from, where we should support it so that this kind of initiatives can continue going. But it is not like, oh, it is endangered. It is extinct now, which means that it has gone through a point in time where it rallied and is trying to get people to support it, but there's not enough. So what do you think an artist could and should do in, let's say, in the local scene, knowing that it's so niche and it's so close, to help bring people or more patrons in? Because I'm pretty sure patrons, if given something that they like or they think is a good investment, would never say no, man. Nobody says no good to a good thing. Yeah. But it might be that the messaging from the scene or the person looks like it is not for you.
If you think about it, right, a lot of people think about how can the artist do, but artists, if you ask me, they can't do anything. They can only produce good work. Be it performing art or visual art, So we can't tell the artist, hey, please multitask and be a marketer yourself. They can't do it. Right. They can't be operation manager. They can't do it, right? So different people have to do different things, right? So for example, the gallery should be the one marketing everything about them, right? So like the Projector, it's just they screen certain show, so they are the marketer. But because the cost of running a business in Singapore is so high because of the rentals and so on and so forth, even employee cost is so high, right? So we need to be conscious consumption,
right?
And we cannot have passive consumption.
Right.
We cannot say that, oh, I enjoy this, but I don't like to pay for it.
Correct.
You can't. There's no. You want it to survive, somebody has to pay for it.
Correct.
So we have to basically educate the public and tell them, let's come together. Keep this culture in our country, so that your kids can grow up differently and not just a commercial person. Right. Unless you ask, if you ask everyone, right? Do you want your kid to just think about dollar and cents? Mommy, I need money from you, I come to you.
Right.
There are no emotional for you. Do you want your kids to grow up that way? Nobody wants. So if you don't want, you better do something today to protect art and preserve art and culture.
So in order to protect art, now we have two avenues that require finance. It's either the artists themselves or the platform that the artists can outreach to more patrons. Which, in your experience, having 4 years in the scene, requires more currently in Singapore? The artists themselves or the platform supporting these artists?
As a patron, I think that finances is important. So just like in education, right? So in education, we have private philanthropies. Right? We have government funding. So both private funding and government funding is extremely important in art, right? So as a patron, when we talk to artists, we can guide them like our, cannot say guide them like our child. We should sometimes provide some guidance, some hint to them that there's certain thing, I know you don't like, but you must think about it. Because to be famous, there must be some trade-off somewhere. Right. So you have to, like a corporate staff, you need to understand all your stakeholders. You need to make sure all your stakeholders is happy, then you do well and you get promoted. But obviously you have to be good at what you are doing in the first place. So artists must be good at what they are doing. But after they are good at what they are doing, they must slowly understand who are their stakeholders. And then they have to make sure that the interests are aligned between them and their stakeholders.
Right.
I think it's a bit sensitive, to tell them right in their face, but we can hint to them. I think that is if that's what you're asking for, I think that's the best way I can put it forward.
Right.
Then with the example of the Projector closing down, is it like kind of a representative of like Singapore's struggle to embrace such unconventional dreams? Because it's like, you know, I mean, like, because Singapore is like all just education and everything. But I always see like in Reddit threads about like, and my friends posting on stories about like, you know, the Projector closing down, the art scene in Singapore is not like really supported and all. But is it also like very fair to just put all the blame on the public also? Like, it's like, you know, the public, the artists, and also the platform. So like, where is, like, I don't really get like what is the actual like source of like problem in this case of like the Projector, for example. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, for any business to operate with sustainability, obviously they need, especially people like Projector, right? It's kind of cultural. It's a community, you know. So if the community is not strong enough, obviously you will not have enough funding, right? Then maybe this closing down of Projector will trigger some government talks. We don't know. So we cannot say that the failing of Projector is a bad thing. Sometimes it may be a trigger for public funding, right? So I think, I saw a lot of, you know, comments on my Facebook as well. People saying that it's so sad, you know, that Projector is closing down. We have lost some culture, you know, some special part of our identity. But to me, the question is, what have you done? You know, when you write that message, you know, are you someone who has visited the Projector before to watch a film? No, if you are not, then don't write anything, please. Right? So if you are a strong supporter of it, then obviously you can totally feel it. But if you are not, and then you write something like this, I think it's a sad thing lah. So we should not just take it as a whole piece itself. We just have to think about it and then ask ourselves, those that comment, are they really those supporters or are they not? Then after that, we'll think about the failure. Is it a good news or a bad news? So a lot of people will think that it's a bad news, but to me, I do not think it's a bad news. It may be a trigger to the next level of funding. So the next Projector that comes will survive.
Then do you think it's also because of like a generational thing where, like, for example, the major supporters of the Projector are maybe like the older ones where they, you know, like to go to the cinema and watch like indie films and all. But currently our generation is the Netflix generation. Then it creates a less demand for, you know, the Projector. So in any case, it's also very hard to sustain.
But it can be, if that is the case, then it can be a very sad thing, right? So you imagine Netflix pick up in a big way, then say MediaCorp decided to close down the whole operation, then we don't have our own what we call drama, you know. If we do not have our own drama, then we will not have a creative industry in Singapore itself, right? So if that happens, I think it will be terrible. You know, so what we are trying here to do is that we try to prevent that from happening by promoting art and culture, preserving art and culture, and telling people that if you have the financial resources, please start looking at this, because your children will be the most impacted, because they are going to grow up as an adult. Without the culture part, without the media part, without the visual art and the performing art part, you know, this new generation will be grown up to be a commercial robots. Right, so and it's emotionless. So everything is just about money and cent, and there's no emotion to it. Yeah, so I think that cannot happen. That's why we need to do something now. Yeah.
So I have a question that I think needs a little bit of thought. The older generation are now obsessed, I would say, with archiving our culture before it disappears so that people won't remember them. The younger generation are obsessed about moving forward and embracing new forms of art. The problem now is that we're creating this gap in between ourselves where the young people refuse to archive what's old because the new thing is cooler. The old people are like, if you spend all your new things, the old thing will disappear. Is there a way for us to come together to have this conversation where the young people help to archive in a new way and the old people appreciate the new things in an old way?
I think public awareness is very important. So I think over the last few years, we are seeing big improvement in it. So what do I mean by big improvement, right? In the past, right, I still remember I took MRT a lot in the past. But after I have my car, I seldom take MRT. But in the past, you know, MRT station is all about commercial advertisement. Every time you walk, you see commercial advertisement. But today, if you go to a lot of the MRT station, you see art installation. So I think that's a bit of a public awareness also. So I think the government really start to realize that we need to protect and preserve certain culture. And then they actually commission some of the artists to do some of this work. So when you see this work, maybe as a commuter, for the start, you think that, oh, this is nice, but I will not go and ask who is the artist. Right. So but it's the first step. Right. So the next step is how to have another public education to tell them that, do you know, like a trigger question, like, do you know who are the artists? Right. Today, everybody that watch iFAST TV, right, will know, the MRT have artwork. Today, everybody will start to ask themselves, who are the artists that's behind this artwork? Because I'm here. Yeah, I think it's about public education. So we just have to get more people in front of cameras, in front of even audio broadcasts to talk about art. The minute we have more, obviously the appreciation of art, the understanding of art become into our culture. It kind of get into our culture and people start appreciating it. So I know there's art, I know that I need to find out the artist and I like this art. So they will be thinking, maybe I should get one piece of this. Since whenever I see this art, I kind of happy, I feel happy about it. Then you may get one similar piece into your home.
Maybe officers should also start doing businesses.
Yeah, so please convince iFAST management to put art in the office.
I feel that art, for it to proliferate, should be grassroots level, right? Like, I think 5 Ians with 50 cent stickers could potentially do more for the proliferation. Don't say that the artist can survive, for the artist to be known, rather than one corporation buy one nice piece, put inside its office. Because yes, the one nice piece inside office will be seen by every CEO in the country, right? But not every CEO will like the person, right? But the person who likes the things I like are also my friends.
Yeah.
The chances of them then also liking what the artist has done higher, right? So in this case, do you still advocate for, okay, let's say all the corporations, more money? Does the caliber of the person with the money matters? Or is it just as long as you have support some?
I think it comes to a certain point, right, whereby the artists probably don't need your support. Because if their art can sell, they will be able to sustain on their own, right? So, but it's not about that particular artist itself. It's about, if this artist is successful, everybody want to be artists, right? Okay. Then you will have a critical mass of aspiring artists. And then you can choose from there. You have a big critical mass to choose the best talent. And then it can sustain extremely good talent for the art industry.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what the large corporate, can help. That's one way. The other way was that if you see that corporate support art, they will kind of sustain the financial survivability of the artist. Right. So, big large corporations don't just buy super expensive art. Obviously, yes, they do, but they also do have, things like, I give you a very classic example like UOB Bank, right? So they conduct annual, painting competition, called UOB Painting of the Years, right? Anybody can submit the art piece. The minute they submit the art piece, then they will be kind of judged, and then chose the top prize, second prize, third prize. I probably they name it silver, highly commended, that kind of thing. But when the prize is out, these unknown artists become a known artist. I think this is how corporate can support, right? Organize competition. Another way is probably to exhibit their art as well. So some of the corporation, I think last week or the week before, a Straits Times kind of article on some corporate supporting some local and regional art. So places like UBS, also have a painting in their office, right? Even Conrad Hotel have a painting by one of our artists that's already passed on called Teh Bak Koi. During that period of time, they actually commissioned Teh Bak Koi to draw this buffalo. And then if you go to the Conrad Hotel today, you still see that painting itself. So it kind of, give the artist hope that one day I can be prominent.
Right. Okay, I see the value of it. Okay.
Actually, Loki got the vibes of corporate social responsibility. Kind of.
But
yeah,
okay, so
it is.
The
Yeah.
brilliant part about this is that the exposure part is why we need the corporates, you see. Because
Yes.
imagine, right, would I rather have it in Ian's house or would I rather have it in UOB?
Yeah.
One of the days, if I happen to chance upon a painting in UOB, I'm like, hey, I can be that.
Yeah.
Then we will garner more interest.
Like awareness lah, eventually.
Correct. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, okay lah, it's unfortunate to say, but exposure got different values. So last time, right, when we had stamps, there was art competition to design the stamp, right? And nowadays, we don't use stamp. Hell, we don't even use email. Some people don't read email. I know people don't read my email. Anyways, so what do you think would be a good equivalent of something a government they can do? Because you ask them drawing picture competition, it won't be as sad what. Because imagine if I draw a picture, then let's say like next time the IC, right, you know the behind the thing,
Yeah.
that little picture part is the thing I draw. That one sad. Confirm a lot of people will try. Then the art scene will grow. Is there a thing that you think we can use to also do the same thing? Because I feel a lot of the times, right, what government does, and I appreciate it a lot, is just give you ang pao.
Yeah.
You spend, you don't spend, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. But if there was this intended purpose to promote the art, right, then that in itself brings wonders. Because that, like, there was once recently, I think in New Zealand or like one of the Zealand countries, I can't remember, but they were designing their own stamps, and then the stamps were selected were all the young kids versions of it. It was very cute. Then they commissioned the proper artists that have experience to draw this kind of thing. So it's a collaboration. It's very
the
cute.
young kids.
Yeah. So they draw like kiwi, right? Then the kiwi buang one, confirm buang one. Then after that, he gets the artist to draw the kiwi. But the kiwi's in a very weird position that you don't usually draw it, because it's like head. Then after the beak come out this way, the kiwi is looking up. Then it's very cute. So the artist gets commissioned to draw this. The kids know about the fact that art exists, and now I draw already, right? The kiwi is I draw one. It has that thing where the older generation benefits, the younger generation benefits, and everybody knows about that. Like, we have lost so many sources of it.
Yeah, so yeah, right. In the past, we have a stamp. I still have, Ong Kim Sing stamps.
I also
Then in
have.
the past, we also have MRT ticket.
Yeah.
Right, so you have, then it become like commercial. Sometimes got some art, on the MRT ticket, right? So now the next thing is that what is physical that we can be holding every day, right? Even card go to the phone today. No, credit card go to the phone today. So what's the closest you can get? If today I scan a lady's card UOB, right, I see flower on it. So that's one area. So I think the card can be designed, credit card can put painting on the credit card, digital card itself, so that when you open up, right, when you double tap your phone, then the card will come out, right?
Right. The UI.
So I think that's something that we can look at.
Right.
So even I don't know, EasyLink card, do you? Because I don't take MRT, no, you don't even see it.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
not
scan
big,
through
then it's a
only.
bank transfer.
Yeah, correct.
So maybe instead of the To Go logo come out, the art piece will come out,
Right.
Yeah, so that's something that we can consider, like the MRT screen, right? When you screen, then you see it go green color, right? So it can be something
Right.
different. So I think the public, the corporates, the even the SMRT, they have to think, whether can we support art in another way? Can we make some changes to the way we program our screen so that we can seriously consider supporting our local art? I think that's something that is beyond my means. Yeah, but I think if I'm them, I have some creative way.
Or maybe do like those competitions. Sometimes like last time like in like NUS, for example, they will also like give this kind of art competition to like the students. Then like maybe you design a mural, then it will go in one of like the university walls. So it's like for the student, it's also like, wow, like my art is projected there. Then for like the audience, they will also like be aware of this kind of art.
So shout out to Yishun for not being the insane place. But at North Point, they have these walls where it's like school little planks, or like I think it's like primary school or kindergarten, they draw and they put. So last time in my secondary school, we also did that. And I realized, right, Singapore got a lot of space, right, for us to plaster this kind of small little planks. So no matter whether it's like for kids to learn about art or for like new people to try out and put, I think it benefits, right? So can you imagine, right, in spots where throughout the city, there's just an empty blank frame. Okay? Then you can apply to put your art there. for like a week. It's just exposure purposes. The cost for the government is one frame. IKEA 一个2块半，你不要这样。You buy one just 粘在那边。
I think even if the government don't give the frame, they just that I give you a space. People will also do it at their own cost.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that we really hope that the corporates provide the space.
Right.
It don't cost you money.
Right.
Yeah, maybe the most every 3 months you paint the wall one time, it also don't cost a lot of money. So these are some of the things that it's a creative idea. Unfortunately, you're not the CEO.
Petition to be CEO.